Hi, my name is E2Pass4 and I usually upload gameplay videos from K-pop related games like the Superstar franchise, Beat Evo YG and Beat Saber. A new Superstar game, Superstar Aizwan, came out the other day and is similar to the other games in that it's a card collecting and rhythm game, but focused on the K-pop J-pop group Aizwan. I don't normally do game reviews, but this I think is different enough for me to want to do one, especially as it's currently only out in Korean and Japanese, which I know pisses a lot of international fans off, including myself. I mean, Aizwan are supposed to be a global group and all the other Superstar games have English versions, but yeah, whatever. Hopefully they'll release it in English soon. Until then, I hope this video can be a sort of tutorial for those who want to play it but don't speak those languages. I'll also be giving my own thoughts on the game to help you decide if it's worth your time. I'll be splitting this video into separate sections, so I'll leave a time code in the description for people who want to skip to the relevant parts. Anyway, to start with, I'll show you how to install it if you're using an Apple device, because I think you need to be in either the Korean or Japanese store to install it. So for that you need to go to the App Store and tap on the profile button in the top right. Then tap your account name. Then you'll be able to choose your country and region. Right here. So once that loads, just choose either Korea or Japan. I'm going to choose Korea because I play the other Superstar games that need to be in the Korean store to update. So if you want to play those two, Korea would make things easier. So after doing that, you just need to agree to the terms. Then it'll ask you for payment details. For this you can just press none, unless you want to pay. Then enter your name, and it is going to ask you for an address which is required and phone number. For me, I just googled fake Korean address generator and then use those details including the phone number. Then after that you just press next and that's it. You'll be in the Korean App Store. So you just search for Superstar Aizwan. And install it. If you're on an Android device, it's even easier. Just Google Superstar Aizwan APK, download the APK and install that. So once you've got it, just open it. When you first install it, it's going to ask you to agree to a bunch of terms and stuff. Just tick those to continue. It will also ask you to pick your bias or fave member, which is kind of important as they'll give you a free S card of that member along with 12 random cards. So if you want to play the game a bit more competitively, it's possible to re-roll those 12 cards until you get some S or A's. To do that, just uninstall and reinstall the game. The downside to re-rolling is that each time you do it, you have to download a 900 megabytes update, which can be long depending on your internet connection. Anyway, since I've already done that, I'll just go straight to the main menu here. So I don't actually have a concrete bias in Aizwan, but I chose Wonyoung as she's in my top 2 or 3. I do love how you can you can just tap on them to get voice lines, which I think is really cute. If you want to change the member, just tap this settings button in the top corner and choose the first icon that says My Room. Tap the top button again, then you can choose whichever member you want. So I'm just going to choose Yuri. In this menu you can also change your username. Right here, look at your achievements, play data, and login bonuses. So for achievements, this one I've got for ranking my level up, so let's just take some of those. So it doesn't automatically give you the rewards, so you do need to come in here to make sure you don't have any leftover rewards lying there. let's just go to the main screen. So you can see here that each member gets their own background, which I think is really nice, and definitely much better than the other Superstar games.
アイズワンの曲を聴いて元気出しましょうね。
People have said this already, but if anyone's played games like Love Live or Bang Dream, you'll notice a lot of things in this reminds me of those. I think it's because this game is from a Japanese developer, so maybe they tried to take things from popular Japanese rhythm games and incorporate them into a Superstar game. Even the layout of this main menu is a bit Japanese gacha gamey. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but it can be very obvious, as you'll see later. But anyway, for the rest of this page, this button is for notices. My Japanese sucks balls, so I'm probably not gonna go into here that often. This is for presents, like login bonuses, or if they just reward you for anything. And this one shows your daily missions. So this one is for leveling up a card 3 times. This is for completing the other daily missions. This one is for using your life points 5 times or playing 5 songs. This one is for collecting 5 new cards, and this one is for spending 2000 SS coins. So let me just get my rewards for this one as well. Okay, below that you can see the current event banners. So let's click on Challenge Ranking. Challenge Ranking is a league of 20 people of the same rank. I'm Bronze 1 at the moment, and the objective is to get the highest score for the listed song, which is Lovey and Rose. At the end of the week, if you're in the top 7, you'll rank up and get prizes. I'm first currently, but I think that's because the game only just came out, so we all suck. But you can see here what rewards you'll get for whichever rank you come in. So let's go back. This second one is the Gacha banner. I'll go into that one later. This one is also for Gacha. Gacha are basically like loot boxes, and I usually hate them because I have really shitty luck, but I'll do a scout later and see what happens. This one takes you to your card album, so you can spaz over how cute all your cards are. It gives you member info and allows you to unlock card extras, but I'll go over that a bit later as well. This one takes you to a card top where you can make your card units or teams, and again I'll go through that in more detail in a bit. At the top you can see info such as your rank, your name, the amount of life points you have which you need to play songs, SS coins and diamonds for buying shit. I didn't notice at first, but if you tap on your name it will actually tell you how much EXP you need to get to rank up, and how long it will take for your life points to refresh. Unlike in Love Live or Bang Dream, ranking up doesn't automatically replenish your life points, which is super annoying, but hopefully they fix that in the future. If we go into the side menu here, this one goes to the shop to buy Gacha diamonds points. This is your settings menu. So this is your unique code for your unique user code for the game. This is for setting the language. Here you can create your own password for transferring data. This is to clear the cache if you want to save some space on your device. And this is for re-downloading game resources, which should speed things up. Next tab is the options. So this one is if you like to watch the live videos during songs, or if you want just a still image. If you're having performance issues or your device is stuttering, then maybe best to go for a still image. This is to reset your tap timings. This is to set the music timing delay, and this is for changing the size of the notes. For me, I set this to the smallest size as I think helps with my timing. To be honest, I still think something's a little off when I'm playing, particularly with swipe notes, so I might need to fiddle with these a bit later. Others have said they've had problems hitting notes compared to the other Superstar games, so maybe there's something I'll patch later. This is the boring terms and conditions, and stuff like that. Apart from this one, which shows how many paid and free diamonds you have. Paid diamonds are a load of bollocks, but I might talk about that later. So this one is the help, where you can go over tutorials and stuff like that, but it's only in Korean or Japanese at the moment. This one at the bottom is greyed out, but it says home. So I'm assuming that at some point they'll introduce an area that you can customize, maybe with furniture or something. That would be cool and would give people something more to aim for. So with that all out of the way, I'll just go straight to the live page where we can play some songs. Here you'll find all of the available songs in easy, normal and hard difficulties. I'll just say that this page looks like it came straight out of Bang Dream. I'll probably put a comparison pic here so you can see. But apart from that, it's quite cool that you can change the album covers by tapping here. This button shows your song achievements. You'll get diamonds for hitting certain targets like score, combo and clear counts. You'll notice each song has an icon next to it, which is the song type. So there are 3. There's snow, flower and moon. These gems show the clear status, so 3 gems mean you've full comboed the song, 1 and 2 gems means you've cleared it but missed notes, and no gems means you haven't cleared it yet. This button in the bottom corner lets you filter the song list by release time, or song type, or clear status. This button I'm assuming will let you watch the live video for that song, but it costs some kind of movie ticket which I don't have yet, so I'm not sure. And then this big one will take you to the Team Select page. Like in Love Life or Bang Dream, you'll get points bonuses for using teams that match with the song type. For example, this song is a flower type, and you can see the flower cards glowing. However, it's not really clear how many extra points you're getting for the same type bonus. So I don't know if the developers just forgot to display it or if the type bonus does nothing at all. I haven't noticed any significant difference between the points, so I'm just going to use my team with the most points. This number is your team's power, so the higher it is the more points you'll get. This one is your stamina total, meaning the higher it is the longer your team will survive if you're missing notes. I normally prioritize points, and since each card has different skills, power and stamina stats, it's good to check each card carefully and don't just select a card with the higher rank. I'll go over this more in the card section later. Anyway, once you've decided on your team, it's time to play the song. Each song costs a certain amount of life points. For hard songs it's 8, for normal it's 4, and for easy it's 2. When I first started, I was annoyed hard songs cost so much, especially since you only start with 20 in the beginning, but the game so far has been pretty generous with giving you free diamonds, which you can use to buy more points over here. Right here. So 20 for 50 diamonds. However, I don't know how rare diamonds will be once you've gotten all the song completion ones, so that could get very annoying. So let's go back to the song page. So pressing this will start the song, so let's do that. So like I said earlier, compared to the other Superstar games, something seems a little off with the touch responsiveness. So if I do absolutely shit here, it's definitely because of that. Or because I get distracted by the video. Or because I'm recording at the same time. So, oh fuck. So in the top corner, top right is the stamina bar. So when that gets to 0, you fail the song. If you don't miss notes, you get a rave bonus multiplier. I'll show that in a bit. But again, it's not really clear how much the multiplier is for each rave level, so they need to fix that. Yeah, so you can see the rave is blue now. In the side, you can see members pop up. That means their skill is activated. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to get the max Brave here. But yeah, compared to the other Superstar games, I really like the presentation here. Even the notes have little cool animations. I just think that looks really cool. Ah, here we go, Ultra Rave. Yeah, so with Ultra Rave, you get a bunch of stuff on the side. Some glowy bits, so that's pretty cool. Or was that always there? I don't know. Man, these live performances are that's really good touch. Even though they definitely distracted me there. But yeah, that's the gameplay. So after the song, depending on how well you did, you get prizes. Could be a card, SS coins, emeralds, and so on.
화이팅!
So onto the card top area now. The first one is to view your units or teams. You can make a total of 5 teams at the moment. I've made 4. One for my cards with the highest power, and 1 team for each of the 3 song types. To make things easier, you can press this button here, which will automatically make a team based on their type, or you can just use this option to make the strongest possible team for your cards. This button next to it will remove all the cards from the team, and this big button will save any changes that you've made. Like I said earlier, I prefer to prioritize power so I can get as many points as possible, but if I wanted to team with higher stamina, for example, for a song that's really difficult, you can do it like this. So here we can see this B rank Hyewon, that she has 389 stamina. Whereas this C rank Hyewon has 278 more stamina, so swapping her in would be better in this case. So it's not always about which cards have the higher grade, but how they affect your power and stamina. It's also a good idea to check if the cards have a useful skill. For example, with this Yuri, her skill is damage cut, which means every 12 seconds there's an 18% chance she'll reduce the damage you take from misses by 15% for 7 seconds. There are some other skills, like with this S Wonyoung's HP recovery, where every 9 seconds there's a 20% chance she'll increase the recovery speed by 20% for 7 seconds. Skills rank up with the card, which is why these S skills are better than the lower grade skills. Let's see. This B Hitomi has another skill, Score Up, where every 12 seconds there's an 18% chance of any S perfects increasing the score by 15%. These are the only skills I have, but I've seen another skill that increases the rave bonus. Hopefully they introduce new ones in the future, like how in Love Live they have one that increases your accuracy for a certain period, which I think would be awesome in this game. I think adding skills was a good idea, as it gives the cards a bit more utility compared to the other Superstar games where you just pick the cards that look nice or have matching sets. They can keep players interested by releasing cards with unique skills in the future. So yeah, building the team with the right amount of types, stamina, power and skills to suit your needs is something that you have to think about carefully as you get more cards. Do also keep in mind that you can only have one of the same member per team, so you can't have a team with 5 Sakuras, for example. The next option takes you to the card info screen. This button takes you to the album screen, where you can buy special extras for the card, which I'll go over later. This one takes you to the level up menu, and this one here locks the card so you don't accidentally use it to level up another card. It's happened to me loads of times before, so definitely keep that in mind. And clicking on the card or this plus button will just show the card in full screen. Ooh, nice. One thing about this menu that is a little annoying is that you can't seem to sort the cards by newest, only by member, grade and level. This plus here allows you to increase the size of your card album using diamonds. I've only got 31 cards at the moment, so I'm not going to use that. So this is the level up screen where you can increase the stats of your cards. The ones that say set in the corner are currently in teams, so you won't be able to use them as leveling material until you remove them from those teams. You can get achievements for upgrading cards' grade, so I'm going to level up this Snow Yena since my snow team is pretty bad at the moment. You can feed her up to 10 cards at a time, but it will stop adding cards once you reach the max level. It tells you how much her level is expected to increase here. I say expected because it's possible to get her even higher depending on the success rate. Better success rates will give more leveling points, but the rates are random. I think the free rates are success, super success and perfect success. I usually remove 1 or 2 cards before the maximum allowed, because if you get super and perfect success rates that bring her to max level after just 6 cards, for example, if you fed her 7 cards, that 7th card will still be used up even though the level cap was already reached with 6. So if you don't want to waste cards, do keep that in mind. It does cost SS coins to level up, and using higher grades will cost more, so be mindful of how much money you're using. So let's do that. Oh, okay, so there's an ultra success. That's probably the 3rd one. So as you can see, I got 2 supers and 2 ultras, so I probably could have leveled this up to max with only 4 cards. So that's a shame. Different card grades have different level caps. So C cards have caps of level 10, B will be level 20, A is 30 and S is 40. I don't have an R card at the moment, but if it's the same as Superstar BTS, then the cap for R's is 50. So to increase the card's grade, you need to go to this section here. So any max level cards will appear here, but to actually rank up the card you need 2 of the same card, which I don't have at the moment. Process is similar to the leveling up, so once you feed the card and pay a certain amount, the card will increase its grade and its level will reset to 0. This option lets you sell cards you don't want for SS coins. I think this will only be useful when you've got too many cards and everyone else is max level. I'm nowhere near that stage at the moment, so I probably won't use this page for a while. And this button takes you to your card album, where you can see member info in the bottom corner. And also all of the cards for that member that you've had. Cards will stay here even if you've sold them, so there's no need to hoard cards in your collection. It looks like you can unlock special voice clips, photos and movies using rubies, sapphires and emeralds. I've never done this, so let's see what happens since I have enough emeralds. Okay, so it boosted my stats a bit. And can I look at it? Wait, how do I change that? So the number under her name increased, so I'm assuming when you unlock more specials, you can increase this level. And when you increase that level, you'll also get some achievements. I think that's how you get a point for... Yeah, that's how you get one of these tickets to unlock the lives for each song. Let me just go back to that card, I just want to see what happened. Okay, so it increased my HP a bit, but it doesn't seem to let me choose the alternate image, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I'm just missing something now. Okay, so for the last section, which is the Gacha page, these are the banners currently available. You'll be able to see when the offers end and which members you'll get by pressing up here. This button is for boring information, and the one next to it is for the pull rates for the cards. The difference between these two banners is that this one you buy with diamonds and this one with SS coins. The benefit for you buying 10 over just solo YOLOing cards is that you're guaranteed at least one grade A card in a 10 pull. There will probably be more tempting banners in the future that have better rates and guarantees, but I'll bet a testicle those will only be for paid gems, which would be really sucky to be honest. But anyway, since I've never done a 10 pull on this game, let's see how lucky I get. One way to know if you've got something good is by the colour of the stage lights at the end of the opening animation, which you'll see in a bit. So purple lights will mean you've got at least a B and so on. I'm really early in the game, so I don't really care which members I get, but an S would be really good. Ooh, gold. Ooh, nice. So that's an S. Okay, I have no idea if this is a good pull or not, so this is going to be 2 A's. What's the other S? Okay, I'm really happy with that. 2 B's and the C's, which I don't really care about. So that's not bad. Let's do a 10 pull on this one using my SS coins. 10,000 is actually quite cheap. I've got 166,000, so let's see if I get lucky with this. I'd be happy with at least an A. Okay, purple is B. Okay, that one's not as good. But yeah, the card art looks really nice. Hopefully they release more variety in the future. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just do a solo one. Okay, that's bad. Wow. It's morning though, so it's not that bad. Okay. So anyway, just some final thoughts. I think that's everything to talk about in the game so far. So I guess I'll just go over some things. Firstly, I think it's a huge improvement over their first mobile game, Remember Eyes. In terms of gameplay, that one was barely a game. It felt like the developer just slapped Aizwan's name onto an existing concept. I don't even remember what you had to do in the game. It was just really bad. But at least with this, the gameplay is relevant to the group as you're playing their songs, so that's good. I do really like the overall design. Even though it borrows heavily from some other rhythm games, it doesn't look like it was designed in the early 2000s like Superstar SM Town. Certain gameplay mechanics they've changed compared to the other Superstar games. Things like skills, song type, unlockable videos, photos and so on. Those are also really welcome as those games get so stale once you rank your teams up. I only play those games to do the dailies and that's about it. Some other things they need to work on. Definitely the responsiveness, timing or whatever it is that's making it harder to hit perfect notes, particularly on the swipes. All the other Superstar games play better, so I don't think that's just down to me. The UI could also do with a few tweaks here and there. For instance, make it clear what the point bonuses are for the matching song types. Same goes for showing what the Brave multipliers are. Small things like that. A more competitive mode would also be amazing. Maybe some form of PvP like with Love Live, Bang Dream or BT vs YG. None of the other Superstar games have good competitive modes, so this one they're probably not going to do, but it would be fantastic. Constant updates are a must. I hope they keep players interested by offering new songs, maybe with higher difficulties like a master mode. More variety in the card sets and not just ones taken in the same day on the same photo shoot. They should continue to make the game accessible to free-to-play players as well, or at least price things fairly to make them worth the money. For example, maybe offer a one-time starter pack like here. Well, it's kind of cheap, but maybe one which is a one-off one which is a lot more better value. Maybe one that comes with an S card and some other stuff, I don't know. My overall opinion of the game is that I would 100% recommend it to fans of Aizwan, even if they might not be into rhythm games, as it's a good way to support the group for free. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to non-fans who like rhythm games, as there are others with more polished gameplay and a larger list of songs like Bang Dream or even any of the other Superstar games. I'm a Whiz1 and I like rhythm games, so I'll continue to play it and hope they implement changes like the ones I listed above. However, I'm a little cautious about the long-term support of the game, given that Aizwan are scheduled to disband next year. It's possible they may extend their contract, but that's something to think about if you're considering spending a lot of money on it. You don't want to spend that much money on something that's only going to last a year. I do wonder if Aizwan's scandal last year affected the release in any way, as you can tell from the girl's hair in some of the cards that they've been planning this for a while. If it was delayed, then that's a real shame, since we didn't really get to spend more time with it. But yeah, anyway, other than that, there's not much else to say. If anyone has any questions, please comment below. I'll be uploading gameplay from this and other rhythm games, so if you like that sort of thing, please feel free to subscribe, and thank you.